Your website gets traffic but doesn't convert? Here is the brutal truth behind why. Strong content, perfect SEO, and beautiful design won't save you if your site wasn't built with conversion intent. And that's where your revenue bleeds. I am Rahul Parashar, founder of Credofy Solutions. In this series, I am going to share you the 3-step process that helped me hit my first million, and that's how this same process is now helping other businesses avoid costly mistakes and hit their first million in revenue. And if you're already past a million, it's the same system that can help you make multi-million growth. Many businesses are hitting dream numbers with this process. A UK investment property firm doubled its ROI in just 6 months. A London company exploded from £6,600 monthly revenue to £136,000 in monthly revenue, crossing 1.5 million in a single year. So far in this DRS series, we have started with discovery and we talked about 3 golden W's. Here we talked about what, who, and why, and how you can sell your product and service at 10x the price. Followed by that, we talked about marketing discovery, and then we talked about content, then we talked about SEO, and finally we talked about design discovery. So if you missed those, go back and watch, because every step builds on the last one. And without that foundation, what we cover today won't make complete sense. We have also attached a free discovery handbook in the description below. Inside you will find practical exercises, templates, and key questions for every stage we have covered so far, helping you turn ideas into clear, actionable plan you can execute immediately to hit your first multi-million in revenue. So go grab it from the video description and follow along. So next up in this DRS process, we have redesign. So if you are doing redesign, we are going to talk about the redesign discovery now. So in this video, we are going to walk you through the 4 essential parts of redesign discovery that ensure your website redesign not only refreshes the look but also drives conversion and set you up for multi-million growth. So these 4 parts of redesign discovery are, starting with number 1, we have purpose. So here you need to clarify why you need the redesign at first hand. Second, we are going to talk about the problems. Here what we are going to talk about, what are the conversion leaks that are happening in your website at the moment. Then we will talk about perspective. Here we are going to talk about the market insight. Then finally, we are going to evaluate how well is your current site performing and how you can improve this performance. So let's begin with the first one, which is purpose and brand alignment. So start with the clarity why, your purpose of redesigning, and why now. So is this redesign because of your rebrand or decline in the performance? Is it because of the outdated tech, or do you have some growth goals in mind? Then look at the brand alignment. Does your current site reflect who you are at the moment? So imagine this is you. Or has your brand have a new voice, new visuals, or new positioning? Finally, define the success. So what this rebrand should deliver in 6 to 12 months. Do you want more conversions, or do you want rankings, or a better user experience? And also, do you want to build trust? Because without clear context, you are just changing pixels, not building progress. Many companies rush into full website redesign just to make more money. But pause and ask yourself, do you really need a complete redesign? If your main objective is conversion, you may get faster result by creating maybe landing pages. You can simply refine your messaging, or you can even improve your conversion by simply adding more trust builders. And these could be reviews, your video testimonials, or your case studies. And more you can add, like your certificates and accreditations. So we have explained this quick win strategies in our previous content discovery video. Check that out for detailed step-by-step guidance. The free discovery handbook also includes a dedicated business and brand context section in the redesign chapter with targeted questions and checklists. Download it, and if you haven't already, keep it open so that you can fill in the answers as we go. And once your why is clear, the next step is to tackle what and fixing conversion leaks. And this brings us to the second piece, the problems. And here we are going to talk about conversion optimization opportunities. So think of your current site like a big bucket. So this bucket, imagine it's full of holes. So you are pouring in more traffic, and by running ads, spending a lot of money, but these leaks could be vague CTAs, broken flows, no emotional connection, no trust builders, outdated design. Then you have your unnecessary form fields. It could be slow load speed, it could be poor mobile responsive issues, it could be confusing content hierarchy, and we spoke about this in our previous video, or navigation. And then you could have your cluttered, thin, or outdated copy. So a redesign is not only a chance to seal every gap. Some of these leaks, like weak CTAs, missing testimonials or trust builders, or overly long or unnecessary complicated contact forms, can often be quickly fixed, right? You can close these buckets pretty easily by just having some reviews and testimonials, and you can correct your CTAs, you can correct your form fields, and you can close these leaks easily. But the deeper issues, such as your outdated design or system inconsistency or any branding issues or unresponsive website, or your site is not responding, if you're having a navigation issues, this can be also patched. Or thin outdated copy, you cannot patch it, because if you update your copy, your design might break, right? So if you're updating a copy, you probably have to get a little bit of new design as well. And all these slow load speed issues, sometimes they can be fixed, but for some issues you need redesign. And if there is no emotional connection, you have to have some updated copy, right, which triggers emotion and build connection. And we are going to talk about more that when we do step 2, how to kind of build emotion. And we have also spoken about emotion and logical connection. So make sure you check out our previous video where we have talked about in content discovery and SEO discovery, how to kind of connect emotion with logic. So first, you have to start with your lead gen journey. So if your forms are too long, or CTAs are too vague, or offers are too weak, for example, a mid-sized SaaS company we work with simplified its sign up by moving a single 12-field form to a multi-step form with just 5 fields up front. The improved experience lifted the completed sign-ups by little over 40% in the very first month, while still collecting the qualified details later to maintain the lead quality. So that's a clear reminder of how even a small change can make a big impact on business. Finally, check the flow. If you are doing a redesign, does the new design create smoother path from your home page to your service page and to your about page here, where you might be building some sort of emotional connection with them? And we talked about all this in our previous video of content discovery. And then finally to your conversion pages, or your pricing pages, or your contact pages. So make sure this flow is there. Or are people hitting the dead ends? So you can patch these leaks if your goal isn't a full rebrand or a fresh new look. But if the site is truly outdated, patching alone these leaks won't save you. Your old house might eventually needs a rebuilding. A website past its structural prime can collapse on your business if it isn't redesigned, and this will impact your revenue later down the line. And while you're fixing leaks, don't forget the outside world, your customers and your competitors, which leads us straight into the third part of perspective, where we are going to talk about your customer, competitor, and market signals. So in our previous videos as well, we have already looked at it from the marketing and SEO perspective, but now we are zeroing in from the design perspective. So first rule here is simple: go beyond your own site and start with your customer. What is the voice of your customer? So imagine this is your target audience. So what frustrates them, visually or functionally? Is the navigation confusing? Are the actions hidden below the fold? Do images or color feel dated or off brand? So you need to gather this, all the problem that your customer is facing. You need to gather all this feedback and not just the assumptions. So look, all this can be your assumptions, but when we really speak with your target audience, then only you will know what are the problems actually they are facing. By running a quick design survey or one-on-one usability test or heat map recording, so we'll go deeper into this in the step 2 when we talk about user research. Next, run the competitor design research. So imagine this is your competitor, right? So since your last build, how have competitors visually leveled up? So you need to do some design research on your competitor and look what are the new pages that they have. What is their site structure? What are their interaction patterns? What are the micro animations that make their flow feel faster and more modern? So check their typography, hierarchy, color schemes, and the way they present trust signals. Tools like Figma Mirror, Page Analytics, and Built With can help you reverse engineer layouts and text stacks of your competitor, and don't ignore the industry standards. So imagine this is your industry, which you need to look at your industry. Are there any UX conventions that your user expect now? Just like there are cheeky CTAs, you have smart product filters now, you have dark mode at the moment, which many of those websites use. What are the new design patterns? What are the personalization that are taking place in the industry at the moment? So look, in this one personalization, one particular example that I want to give you, in our previous real estate client, what we did, we created a separate landing pages based on their user actual needs. For secure investors, we just gave the ready now properties, and for all risk takers, we gave off plan options. Once they fill the form and they move to the thank you page, they see the respective personalized options only. So this personalization can help you get more conversions, and you'll be able to connect with those buyers pretty quickly. And then you need to look at all AI stuff that is going on in your industry and how you can use it to automate, and what all CRMs that you can put which works on its own. So there are a lot of things that we are going to talk in step 3 when we are going to talk about N8N automation and creating some automations where we build automated sales call, where you will be able to verify a lead by doing some AI stuff, and AI will call your leads. So that is the most biggest problem that you have at the moment, right? Most businesses, they get fake leads and they spend a lot of effort following and chasing up them. So this is how you can utilize all those industry standards which are going right now. So if others are offering these and you are not, you risk feeling outdated the moment someone lands on your site. So these all insights reveal what to fix and what to match and where to leap ahead. Not just in content, but the very usuals and interaction language of your brand. In the previous video on design discovery, we have talked about how emotion and logic combine to guide users to conversion. So if you have missed that, go back and watch it to get the full context. You can even check that in the free discovery handbook that we have given in the description below. It also includes a dedicated customer and competitor insight section inside the redesign chapter. It's packed with design focused questions, competitor comparison templates, visual analysis checklists to help you capture feedback and translate into a clear actionable design upgrades. So download it if you haven't already and keep it open to record your findings as you go. And with that knowledge in hand, you are ready to critique your own site with clear eyes. Which brings us to the final part, which is evaluate. And here we are going to talk about design and UX review. So now it's time to brutally honest about your current site and how it supports future growth. Start with user real reaction. So what do your customers and your stakeholders, so look, these stakeholders are moving in different directions, so that is how stakeholders are, actually like and dislike in your current website. So quick user interviews and 5-minute surveys can uncover this friction and you would never have to guess. Next, you have to trace your user journey. Do visitors struggle to find key information, abandon checkout halfway to get lost in endless menus? You can use heat maps and session recordings to track exactly what they're doing in your website. And you can use a tool called Hotjar to track exactly what your users are seeing. You can see their video recordings, how they are navigating and flowing in your website, and where they are dropping off. For example, a SaaS kind of ours, 40% of users were getting stuck on one mandatory form field. Adding a simple tooltip increased the form completion by 27%. Then perform a full audit. In this audit, you need to see what pages are giving you conversion and which pages are giving you traffic, and what are outdated pages, what are duplicate pages. So those are giving you conversion, you can keep them, but you need to get rid of all duplicated or outdated pages. And those are getting you traffic but no conversion, you can optimize them further. So here we work with another real estate client who was getting traffic but there were no leads. We simply put a lead magnet and his conversion increased by 43% overnight. Then comes your UX. So which assets like testimonial, your case studies or your reviews and your pricing, are these visible where decision happens and not buried where no one sees them? And is your website SEO friendly? So we have already looked at this audit during our SEO discovery, where we covered several key factors and changes that help both users and search engines find your content. So if you missed that video, check it out for more details. And now check your UI. Here you need to check your font, colors, and your contrast. And check all the buttons, right? I mean, are they clickable or not? And are they visible or not? So does every page meets accessibility? This accessibility is not just the part of UI, it is the part of UX as well. So make sure this is there. Here you need to check all your usability issues, mobility issues, readability, alt text, keyboard navigations. So is your site fast, responsive across devices and geographies? A fashion retailer we work with raised conversion by 18% just by improving colors, contrast, and tap targets. So use speed tools like Google Lighthouse or GT Matrix will flag delays before they cause sales. So wrap up by asking, can this design scale? Will it handle future traffic, evolving content, and new features without another rebuild? A site that looks great today but can't grow tomorrow is already losing revenue. And don't forget, the Discovery Handbook includes a full Redesign Discovery chapter with questions and templates to guide every one of these checks. Grab it from the description and see where you stand today. So that completes the Redesign Discovery. When you connect all four parts we covered here, what you really walk away with? A purpose. You know exactly why you are redesigning. Then comes the problem. You have uncovered every major conversion leaks so you can fix what's costing sales. Then comes perspective. You have captured fresh customer, competitor, and market signals to guide a design. And then finally evaluate. You have a full honest audit of your site design, UX, and scalability, what works, what fails, and what must change to support the future growth. Now that you have a clear picture of the questions to ask and decisions to make for a successful redesign, one final piece is still left to uncover. A redesign sets the stage, but real growth happens when you add the right feature and functionality to turn that design into consistent leads, sales, and long-term scalability. So that's exactly what we'll cover in the final video of the discovery, the features and functionality, the practical tools and integration that help your redesigned site capture leads, support customers, and scale towards multi-million-dollar revenue. If this video was helpful, like, comment, and subscribe so you don't miss the final chapter. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Till then, enjoy life.